We had to put our shortstop like infield in depth because if he hit like a three hopper, he was safe.
The amazing Ichiro. It gets better every time the guy moves.
I like watching players that are not the same as everyone else.
All-time hit king number 258. He's climbed the mountain at 3,000.
And now he has paved his own path to Cooperstown.
All right, let's hit the legendary Ichiro Suzuki. You guys came across him various points in life, so I'm excited to hear thoughts. But let's first introduce the player for the young kids out there who didn't get to experience much Ichiro. Let's run through some stats here. And the uniqueness of Ichiro, I think, was really cool too. So I'm sure we'll get some stories there. But enters the mix for the Mariners, immediately becomes a superstar in our sport, 10-time All-Star. His rookie season, he was Rookie of the Year and MVP, which is crazy. Ended up with over 3,000 hits in MLB, and he didn't come here until, what, his mid to late 20s, like maybe 26 or 7, something like that is my guess. And he racked up, a pretty good career in Japan before that. He was the guy in Japan for a long time. And then they're like, oh, I wonder what this would look like in Major League Baseball. Looked pretty damn good. MLB record for hits in 2004. The glove worked, 10 gold gloves, 3 silver sluggers. And he played until he was 45 years old. He was super unique. He had all this crazy equipment that he used to train. So anyway, that's Ichiro. Let's get some stories. You faced him a bunch.
I faced him when he first got here, 2001.
What do you remember?
When the Mariners won all them games.
Were people like, what the hell is
Yeah,
this?
we were like, all right, so when we first played him, you were like, what is going on? And we first faced him, we were on the Metrodome, which was turf, like the old turf, not like the new fancy turf they have now. It was like the old Astro turf that was bouncy as hell. We had to put our shortstop like infield in depth because if he hit like a three hopper, he was safe. It was unbelievable. And then when we went to Seattle, it was worse because the grass slowed the ball down. So you had to move you literally had to move like your shortstop way in because he would hit that ball while he was running and slice it. If it took like 3 hops, he was safe. So your shortstop had to come get it on 2 hops to try to throw him out. It was unbelievable. And then you saw him throw. Everyone's seen the throw when he was in Oakland. He throws out Terrence Long at third base. I mean, I got to play with him in 2002 when we went to Japan. And, I don't know what Ohtani's like, but this was the first time Ichi had been back to Japan since he signed with the Mariners. It was unbelievable. I mean, talk about people that wanted to see somebody. And he was great. He spoke English.
Yes.
Better than people thought so he'd play it off, but then in the clubhouse he would actually speak English to you. No, dog, dog. Everything was dog. Dog. Oh, dog. And it was just amazing to watch how he went about it with so many people wanting to see him all the time. And I'll say this, I'll never forget, we were playing the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. This is when Ichiro was a Yankee. Brett Gardner was on first, and there was like 1 out in the ninth, and then it was the bottom of the ninth. And toot my own horn here, Krause. Gardy tried to steal. I throw him out. And this is when Joe Girardi was the manager, so he's just over there. Right? And I'm like, oh, yeah. So I throw out Gardner, and I look at him, and I'm like, shut the F up. Next pitch, Ichiro hits a home run. I'm like, damn it. Should have just let Gardy be safe because then we could have got him out because we're like, all right, we're going to try a heater in because you could kind of go in on him. But then every once in a while, he'd be like, click. And this was that time where he clicked it, walk-off homer, and I was like, dang it, spoke too soon. Damn. But he was unbelievable. He was a great dude. Not a great dresser, depending on how you look at it. What? He was a little bit out there. It kind of reminded me of Omar Vizquel with some of the outfits.
He had his own style.
But great dude and great teammate and just fun to be around.
His dress code was another level. Not a good dresser. This dude showed up in a 3-game series when he was playing for the Marlins and we were playing against him. He showed up 3 games. Like, we made it a point, like, to go watch Giancarlo Stanton hit BP. We made it a point to go into the hallway to look to see what Ichiro was wearing that day. He went in 2 of the 3 games. He had capris on. If people don't know what capris are, they're basically jogger pants, but they were jeans that went up like mid-calf, and a belly shirt with a over vest that was longer than his belly shirt in 2 of the 3 days. Different ones. It wasn't like he re-wore it. And then the 3rd day, he shows up with this, like, I don't even know if it was a suit, if it was jeans. They had bell bottoms and like a hat of some kind. I had never had any idea. And some of the guys on the team were like, you have to come out and see what Ichi's wearing today. And then he'd always have this like merce. He'd always have this man purse that he would carry around. I had no idea what was in it. But every team that I went to that he left, his equipment, his workout equipment, it was crazy, like huge workout stuff was sitting in the hallway. So when I went to the Mariners, signed with the Mariners, there was still equipment there. I was in the minor leagues. I was in Tacoma. There's still equipment sitting in the hallway, sitting in the underbelly of the stadium that he hadn't shipped away. I go to the Yankees. There's Ichi's equipment, and you could tell it was all silver, and it had like different foot pedals on it, tons of weight. It looked like the sliding like weight scale. But this dude played every day for his first, like, I don't know, until he's 38. He played 160 plus games. He was out there every day.
Well, then the silver fancy workout equipment was working for him. I'll tell you that. All right, what do you got? What is that?
I don't know. We got to show it. There we go.
Wow. Hardest bat ever?
Oh, like I don't think I could break this. I mean, this, first of all, it's tiny, but that's the Ichiro autograph model bat, right? You can see it there. This is when he was with the Mariners the first time, not later in life. But I mean,
Hardest
this
bat
thing is
ever?
like, I mean, I literally was like,
Hardest.
toothpick, right? But so hard. And he was the first guy that had bat carriers for his bats. Like we used to all just throw our bats in like a big bat bag for the whole team, where we eventually got cool and you got your own bat bag. But then Ichiro had like these cases. And then I finally got a case and I was like, I made it. I got me a case for my bats.
Wait, so explain the reason for that bat being a rock.
He just, these Mizuno bats, I don't know. He got these Mizuno bats. You can see the Mizuno, the M. But he got these Mizuno bats, man. They were just, I mean, if you feel that, you can feel this. It's just, I mean, it's just harder than, I'll go grab any other bat. Here,
I don't think Scott can feel it. No. Like you hit, when AJ comes back, like it's a thing. Like you hit the bat, you take the bat, and you basically hit it up against your ear, and you can hear the difference in the pitch.
So this is
just go like this. For like the normal non-baseball player,
we'll
go
see
like
who
this.
this one is.
Is that a Bonds bat? That's not fair to.
It is.
Compare.
God bless Barry Bonds. Okay, personalized, right? Barry Bonds, right? But even this bat, and this is a Sam bat. Remember McCavitt said we had to pay for these when we were with the Twins because they were extra. So this is a Barry Bonds bat. This bat feels softer than what Ichiro is swinging. Now this bat is a weapon.
Yeah, but still, right here.
Oh, I mean, you go down here, it's like it's a different
crazy.
level. I don't know if he had aluminum put in the bottom underneath,
that's
or what. But I mean these things are like look how small this bat is too. Because Barry, I mean, you can't see it on that shot, but it's a good inch shorter. And Barry swung like a 33 and a half. I mean, this is like a 30. This is like a bat my 12-year-old son would swing. I mean, it's like way shorter. Look how much shorter it is, Kratz, than Bonds' bat. Like that's crazy,
dude. It's crazy how hard they were. Yelich had one, and like I guess guys who don't get Goodwood understand. Careful, don't clip that part. Who don't get good bats don't understand what a harder bat in the big leagues is. And then for Ichiro to have one, to get those from Mizuno, it went to another level. I remember Yelly would say, like, it's not even fair. And like other dudes couldn't even order it. I remember Andrew McCutchen, he had a Mizuno contract and he would get the Mizuno bats, but he wasn't able to get the Japanese Mizuno wood that Ichiro got. It was crazy. One of my other buddies made his debut with the Mariners back when Ichi was there the first time, like AJ said, the good time. And he accidentally touched Ichi's bat in his debut. He's a pitcher. And he picked the bat up. He looked at him. He picked the bat up because he said he would always put it on the bench at the same spot. And he picked the bat up and he went and threw it in the trash can because he said because a pitcher touched it, there's no way he was ever going to use that bat.
All right.
Crazy. Sorry, we got cut off for a sec, Kratz, but crazy.
But
wait, accolades.
But
for
no,
a
there
sec?
was things I want to just to kind of go a little bit more on. Like, so there was bats, and I don't want to hear this from companies because I know it's true. Better players got better bats.
100%.
Right? So especially when I first came up, you would I played with Paul Molitor, right? His bat had like 4 grains in it. My bat had like 400 grains in it. I'm like, I wonder who's going to the Hall of Fame. Right?
Telephone book. It's
Nike made it for a while, and they only made them in Japan, and they were like Ichiro's bat. And I went over to Japan, and I was like trying to steal them, but they weren't allowed in the U.S. You weren't allowed to use them because they weren't a bat company in the U.S.
Oh, damn.
But they had these, they were like bamboo. I don't know what they were. They were unbelievable.
You should have been like, hey, I want this. Send this to a company that can use these bats, and then they'll slap their logo on it. It's a performance enhancer that's legal.
Yeah. I mean, that was the thing with Maple. When Maple first came out, it was so different than Ash, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then now they're trying all kinds of woods.
The Maple craze was crazy at one point. So, all right, Ichiro.
No, the bat thing, like, I obviously wasn't a good player, but because of the bat I swung Ash when everyone else was going to Maple, and I swung a larger bat, a longer bat, and a heavier bat. The guy that would spin the billets, that would spin all the pro bats for Louisville, I talked to him. I watched him spin my billets. He's like, "You're really lucky because I have to save the good wood that other guys don't even use." So he's like, "You get it." He's like, I'm sending this big league wood to you in AAA sometimes, and I'm like, I appreciate you.
Well, Ichiro is obviously a lock, Hall of Fame dude.
Yeah, he's a first ballot guy. Listen, in the stretches he would do, I used to just laugh. All right, he would always put his knees together and he'd be out in the outfield, like doing his stretches in between pitches. He'd come up to bat, and I was like, I'm gonna try that one time, and I almost couldn't get back up. I was like, how does he do this?
I wish we had more players like him, though. I always root for players that are different. I think nowadays player evaluation has gotten so formulaic that teams try and pump out the same version.
That's why
of
Luis
the same
Ariz
player.
is such an interesting subject.
That's why I like watching him. I like watching players that are not the same as everyone else. And Ichiro was that to it.
No, if certain people weren't, if Ken Griffey Jr. wasn't unanimous, I mean,
we got to ask.
Mariano was the only one, right?
I think we got rid of some crap in the past.
There'll be somebody that'll just say, I'm not voting for him just because.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's got a shot.
Because why?
He was great. He was awesome. I don't know why.
They like to punish guys and just say, you don't deserve that honor. And it's literally one person that can ruin that. So
I don't know. Ichiro's great. He was awesome.
I mean, what do you
I don't know,
want
Kratz, you never got to play with him, but he was hilarious.
I've heard so many stories about things he'd say when he'd get to second base that you can't say on here. So many funny stories.
There's not much we can't say on here, but
he would come up and hit and say things, and you're just like, you're awesome.
All-Star MVP, Rookie of the Year, 10-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glove, 3-time Silver Slugger, 2-time batting title winner, played for a long, long time, was consistent, durable. 2001 might have been his best shot at a World Series. That team was really good his rookie year, but they were taken down in, what was it, the CS by the Yankees?
By the Yankees,
yeah. So that's what happens. Yeah, CS by the Yankees, and then Yankees fell to the Diamondbacks that year. It was the DS?
It was the DS.
Wow. Okay.
2001? Are you sure? Who'd the Yankees beat? The Indians then?
I don't remember, but we got to step aside. But anyway, if you like these, we've done some of these. We're going to do more of these. How good was insert big player?
No, it was the CS. It was the CS. It was 4-1 CS.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.